is there no... Just when you thought it was over. It's not just a gimmick. Fuck off, you wee crazy dance. Like, that is just shit. It's just such a gimmick. Like, I come on, I do my little crazy dance, and I sing songs that other people made half a fucking century ago. Fuck off. I'm sick of a wee crazy act. Stop hopping around one leg. This sucks. Doesn't even sound like the James Brown version. It just sounds like a fucking wanky X Factor version. Why is everything coming up muted?
Wrong place, wrong time. Nothing personal.
That's what you think. Last night I fucked your wife.
Oh, you did, huh? Well, how'd you know it was my wife?
She said her husband was a big pimp-looking motherfucker with a hat.
Oh, you real cool for a guy about to take a bullet.
After fucking your wife, I'll take two.
So now where you want? In the chest or in the head?
Yeah, that's what your wife said.
Hey, will you stop with the wife shit?
Ask me how fat she is.
Fuck you, man. How fat is she?
She's so fat I had to roll her in flour and look for the wet spot. You wanna fuck her, you gotta slap her thigh and ride the wave in. I'm not saying she's fat. Her high school picture was an aerial photograph. And then some.
Oh, yeah, that's his wee thing, and then some. Everyone calls him a bastard, and then he just goes, and then some. That's his wee... I thought he was going to go like, fuck you, man. That's how he went out. Good joke. It'll call, man. Who even drives a car like that? The only people who drive a car are like Stasi, East European agents.
Corey, don't get out your car.
Can't you fucking drive?
Corey!
Like, where's he even fucking? He just came out of a van.
Let's get the fuck out of here!
Always lots of rain.
Hey, back up.
Back up. Officer John McClane. Yeah, fuck. That'll probably be a good one too. to, but it can't, you know. Why is everything muted? Imagine that. Imagine watching that. In the 70s, and you just smoke a joint and you come downstairs, sit with your family. That's on TV. That's why they were putting this stuff on.
Well, Doctor. Yes, but only just.
That's exactly why they're putting this on.
Another minute and we'd have been too late.
He's gone! After him, quick!
Look!
Sir!
That's
he's
Wurzel
in the coach,
Gummidge.
sir. We've got
Jesus,
him
that's
now.
Wurzel Gummidge.
Don't be too sure.
Isn't that music? Brilliant. He was just controlling all those wee
Don't trust him.
thing from the wee ice cream truck. This is fucking frightening.
Well, that's the end of him.
Brilliant shot there. Fuck me. They were telling you then.
I told you not to be too sure.
Look out!
PC Dressler. That was brilliant. That was actually fucking brilliant.
Go forward in all your beliefs.
That's the exciting thing. Telepathy, send me a message.
You got the message, haven't you?
Yeah, we're getting
Don't forget.
that's where they're mind controlling you. Fucking shock.
Now, rappers like to shock, and Northern Ireland's latest success follows that trend. A rap trio from Belfast, which performs mainly in Irish, have sold out gigs in the UK, the Ireland, and US. The Ireland? Ireland even.
The Ireland.
And now Kneecap
Ireland.
are making their acting debut. Their film is having its
Kneecap,
premiere
even
at
the
the
name.
Sundance Film Festival in the US. Our culture correspondent Charlotte
'Cause
Gallagher
kneecap
has
ants
been to
were cool.
Belfast to meet them, and a warning, her report does contain some flash photography.
Oh, okay.
Kneecap are at the forefront of Irish hip hop, rapping in both
This is
Irish.
bollocks, just drinking Guinness, smoking, and just rapping. And it's just sitting there with your wee Guinness. Like, what is this? What way is he sitting with his glass? He's always doing something cratinous with a glass. He can never just drink properly. They're probably having a wee pack of crisps with their pints. You know he is. You know he's had a couple of packet of crisps with his fucking pint. A couple of bags of cheese and onion. He was eating crisps as well, just stuffing them through his fucking the wee hole in his fucking face there.
And English. Their self-titled film, a semi-fictionalized account of how they got together, also blends the two languages. And
Semi-fictional.
it's the first Irish language film to be included at the Sundance Film Festival.
Is it semi-true?
They called our generation the ceasefire babies.
No, they didn't.
So it's about these.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. There you go. You didn't even grow up in the good old days. You didn't even you know what you're talking about. No parking, your car will be burnt. That's never been written anywhere in Northern Ireland ever. That would never be said. That would never be said. It's actually burned, not burnt, but they've underlined burnt. That's their way of adding in the bad grammar. No parking with an N. People would put a G on that. No parking. Like you would see that no parking. You would never see no parking. Everything about it's wrong.
These three fellas trying to find, their place in the world.
I'm so sick of hearing that line. This car's all wrong.
And it's about, you know, their identity and stuff like that.
So you know yourself,
their place in the
right?
world.
You're on the BBC. Is he going to be doing his wee cheeky bastard act on the BBC? I bet he isn't. I bet he's going to be well behaved here.
Trying to find, you know, their place in the world, and it's about, you know, their identity and stuff like that. So everybody has this.
And I'm
idea of
just,
the
you
Irish
know,
man-
I'm just here
their
having a
place in the
pint.
world, and it's about, you know, their identity
coffee.
and stuff like that. So everybody has this idea of the Irish
Sorry,
language
let's
that,
do it
like,
again.
you know, their place in the world, and it's about,
Nope,
you know,
from the
our
start.
generation, the ceasefire babies.
No, I didn't.
You know, so it's about these three fellas trying to find, you know, their place in the world, and it's about, you know, their identity and stuff like that. So everybody has this idea of the Irish language that, like, we all just sit about pubs playing fiddles and talking about grammar.
Sorry, what the fuck is his name? Mo Chara? One more time, just one more time.
Ceasefire babies. You know, so it's about these three fellas trying to find, you know, their place in the world, and it's about, you know, their identity and stuff like that. So everybody has this idea of the Irish language that,
It's just like too cool to even talk about it, their identity and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just whatever. I'm too cool to even talk about it because I'm in a rap group. That's like the ultimate cool street thing. It's so fucking not though. Right, let's go. Let's do it.
In the ceasefire babies. You know, so it's about these three fellas trying to find,
Three fellas,
you
okay.
know, their place in the world, and it's about, you know, their identity and stuff like that.
Stuff
So
like
everybody
that.
has this idea of the Irish language that, like, we all just sit about pubs playing fiddles and talking about grammar. Do you know what I mean? When in actual fact, these three characters don't really mention the language that much.
Why he's in a pub right now? In the middle of fucking clearly the morning time when the pub's not open, just having coffees because it's like literally so early we can't serve alcohol. So why you in a, you know, everyone just thinks it's all about us just speaking Irish, sitting in pubs. Why he's in a fucking pub? The first shot of you was you drinking pints, was it not? Hold on, let's go back here. Hold on. Am I insane?
Kneecap are at the forefront of Irish.
People think it's all just about talking Irish. We all just sit in pubs drinking pints of Guinness, you know. Am I fucking tripping here? Like he's got a wee gin and tonic, or he's got a wee lemonade, because he doesn't like to drink. What is going on here?
Irish hip hop, rapping in both Irish
He's
and
got a wee straw so he can put it through his wee mask. Honest to God, like, nothing's been thought out here. This is at the White Fort, or some shit like that. Where the fuck is this shit? I bet you it's that bar. Do you know the bar? You know the bar that's opposite, it's got the offie, opposite the garage in Twinbrook? Like that bar up there. That's where that needs to be there. Like, I hope that's where it is.
and English. Their self-titled film, a semi-fictionalized account of how they got together, also blends the two languages. And it's the first Irish language film to be included at the Sundance Film Festival.
Pints.
They called our generation the ceasefire
And no one's allowed to smoke in a pub anymore, so that's a lie. But they...
babies. You know, so it's about these three fellas trying to find, you know, their place in the world, and it's about, you know, their identity and stuff like that. So everybody has this idea of the Irish language that, like, we all just sit about pubs playing fiddles and talking
Wonder
about
where they got that
grammar.
idea.
Do you know what I mean? When in actual fact, these three characters don't really mention the language that much the whole film. They're like selling drugs and like talking about, you know, youth culture through the language rather than they're living and surviving through the language.
Dude, you are just like, what are they doing? They're just living. They're dealing drugs in Irish. They're talking about popular things in Irish. So that's fucking shite. Right, let's see him in this. Right.
Through the language rather than they're living and in actual fact these three characters.
In actual fact,
we all just sit about pubs playing fiddles and talking about grammar. Do you know what I mean? When in actual fact these three
talking about grammar. Sit about pubs playing fiddles and talking about grammar. What the fuck does that mean? Can I get a breakdown on that, like?
When in actual fact these three characters don't really mention the language that much the whole film. They're like selling drugs and like talking about, you know, youth culture through the language rather than they're living and surviving through the language.
They're living and surviving through the language. There's too much emphasis on the language and the Irish language. That's why I don't like this. It's so gimmicky. I can't even begin.
You've heard of intergenerational trauma, right?
No.
Right. Our history has become our biology.
The band grew up after the Good Friday Agreement in a time of relative peace. The film explores what that means to young people in Northern Ireland. Kneecap had never acted before. Director Rich Peppiatt.
So it's basically like train spotting, like one of these kind of things. It looks like an annoying train spotting.
It says that was a challenge at first.
But it wasn't they couldn't act; they didn't know how to act, right? And because who, you know, it's not necessarily a.
He had to show them. Ricky Peppiatt. Rick Peppiatt. Okay, so just in case you were all wondering who's directing this, who directed this.
Kneecap had never acted before. Director Rich Peppiatt says that was a challenge at first.
But it wasn't they couldn't act; they didn't know how to act, right? And because who, you know, it's not necessarily a natural thing. And we got on board a acting coach called Kieran Lagan, who's from Queen's University, and he put together a course that over 6 months, you know, kind of put them through a university degree in acting, all the theory and things like that.
Came up the lag
and
in
they
the bubble.
absolutely blossom week by week. And I think the biggest thing people are going to be surprised about is just how good they are on screen. And, you know, they are acting opposite people like Michael Fassbender, Simone Kirby, some of the greatest.
Because he's got three front teeth, 4 front teeth instead of 2. Right, I don't know, like
actors Ireland's produced in you know, a generation, and they don't look like they're there because they've won a raffle.
Kneecap are not without controversy.
Oh my god, where is this fucking graffitied on a wall in Belfast? Where is this? Look how like fake graffiti that is. Like that's not even like that's like government like brochure, like when they're trying to make like NHS stuff look all fun and cool, and like that's not graffiti. This isn't real. This isn't a real mural. This is like a, oh god. Needed function room on RUC. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. This is fucking bollocks. Like, how is this allowed to just go on walls? Like, basically anti, you know, this is promoted. Sort of anti-sentiment. Anyway, go ahead.
This mural showing a police Land Rover on fire did upset some local politicians, but the band say they're about making music, not stirring up tensions.
Need I say anything?
I think controversy is definitely subjective because, like, we had the song.
Like, there wee wankery PR people like, we need to create some controversy, stir up some conversation in the media, create a buzz, let people know that you're here. And he just sits there in a mask all the time going, yeah. This mask is so bad out. I bet you it stinks. I bet you this bit where his nose is just stinks. This bit just stinks of like milk or something. I bet you he's just sick of wearing it. Like, can I just take this off? One day he will just be like, I don't want to wear the mask anymore, guys. I can't wait for that day, like. I hope North Face just pull all their fucking, just say, stop wearing our shit. Seriously, stop wearing our shit. We don't want to be associated with this. Do you know what I mean? What are they going to do then? This is so...
Get your Brits out, which...
What?
It's like we had the song, Get Your Brits Out, which that has nothing to do with a mass exodus of British people from the north.
Oh no, that's why you called it that. To make people think it is. But it's actually not a song about that. I mean, that whole angle is bollocks. Like, we're just creating controversy, but we're actually not creating controversy. If you actually listen to the song, I don't fucking want to listen to the song. I don't fucking care. I really don't care. This is fucking bollocks. This is just some psyop. Just to coincide with Michelle O'Neill's new vision of Northern Ireland. Like a new generation of Gen Z wankers who just don't even know what it was all about, but it's okay, because we're going to tell you what it was all about.
Of Ireland or anything like that there.
Which people like to believe is what
They're the most confused band ever, do you know what I mean? We're not about, you know what I mean? We're sitting in a bar, but we're not about bars. Do you know what I mean? Everything's just, we're not about controversy. We're not, like, look what he's wearing, for fuck's sake. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's just gaslighting. We're not about this when you clearly are. That's what the new generation is all about. It's all about if you just say something, then it's true, even though it's clearly fucking not. It's in your face that it's not. It's like, no, it is. No, we're actually not doing that. Like, just because you say it. It's just like, they don't get it. They're just narcissistic. We rat bags, like, not just them. I'm talking about the generation, the TikTok generation, the social media generation. They're just gone.
I believe, and that's kind of what we're playing off there. But in reality, the song, if anyone else.
Right, okay. What? Mowgli Bop. Mowgli Bop. Mowgli Bop. Bop. Mowgli. I know, sorry, that is the lowest, like, you just laugh at someone's name is the lowest, do you know what I mean, form of comedy, like, but, I'm just, like, it's strangely, it does suit him, do you know what I mean, it does, yeah, alright.
Obviously, if you don't speak Irish, you don't know what we're saying, but the song's about taking the DUP out and the night out. So, in many aspects.
This is about taking the DUP on a night out. On a night out. A night out. What does that mean? You just need to just sniff some gear and just drink some tins of harp under the bridge and fucking, like, just chill out. That is so stinking. I can't even begin. I wonder what she's thinking. You think she's just like, oh my god, these people are fucking idiots, but she's not. She's probably even more. Like, she's just. Oh god.
People have different ideas of what we are, but we obviously just make music.
Yeah. You see this kind of aesthetic as well, where people are wearing tracksuits and.
This aesthetic. This guy's gonna open up. He's gonna fucking speak now. The man behind the mask speaks. He's gonna say something. Italian. No, but let's hear it. It's not about
the kind of clothes you wear. It's associated with a type.
DJ Provy. Is that DJ Provy? But basically, we have to write everything in Irish, so it's Provy, because this is just a made-up fucking language. What are all these wee accents? Who brought these into the thing? Because you don't have that. When was that introduced? Back when everyone else was, when no one could read and fucking write. Bear in mind, no one could read and write until recently. So what language were they all reading and writing in when no one could read and write? It's lucky that the British, preserved it for us when we couldn't preserve it ourselves. Like, we weren't fucking preserving it. We didn't know about it. We weren't fucking using it. But they just kindly preserved it, just like they did for every other language around the world. Sanskrit, Arabic, they did it for all of it. So nice of them. Go ahead.
And the kind of clothes you wear, it's associated with a type of scumbaggery, and people just have that image straight away.
I think it's the balaclava.
But that's what I was just about to say that as well.
About your Adidas coat.
With the balaclava as well, people look at this and think it's a kind of sectarian statement or something. But
It's not a sectarian statement. Do you understand? It isn't a sectarian statement. Like evil, like he knows he's portrayed this. They're not sectarian. It's not a sectarian statement. They're not even scumbags. Do you know what I mean? They're not scumbags. They're just if you wear those clothes, you kind of give off that vibe. But they're actually not. Do you know what I mean? Everything is and isn't.
I know, I don't know where
It's
to
very
go.
confusing. They're really challenging, but that's what it's all about. Look how much fucking sweat is on his back. Just put a t-shirt on.
Their name is derived from so-called kneecapping, where people are shot in the legs by...
Do we really need that? Is that necessary?
Name is derived from so-called knee...
Is that really fucking necessary? Like...
The name is Bishop, and Northern Ireland's latest success follows that.
The characters don't really mention the language that much in the whole film. They're like selling drugs and like talking about, you know,
enacting all the things
out in the net. So in many aspects, people
with a bad as well, people look at this and think it's a kind of sectarian statement or something, but it's the opposite.
The name is derived from so-called kneecapping, where people are shot in the legs by paramilitaries. The kneecaps say that...
It's the opposite.
The name is derived from so-called kneecapping, where people are shot in the legs by paramilitaries. The kneecap...
Sorry, guys.
They look at this and think it's a kind of sectarian statement or something, but it's the opposite.
That's what I wanted to get.
The name is derived from so-called...
It's a red bottle of Bucky. It's a bottle of Bucky. She's pouring Bucky. Oh, do you realise how syrupy? Do you know how syrupy Bucky is? It's thick syrup. It's not like you're pouring a bottle of water on your head or like a bottle of even a beer, like, which would be stinking as well. But like that is such a lie.
Name is derived from so-called kneecap.
Look at the people just watching, like not impressed.
Where people are shot in the legs by paramilitaries. That called kneecapping, where people are shot in the legs by paramilitaries.
Yeah, but it's not controversial. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's nothing to do with that.
Kneecaps say their name isn't a celebration of violence.
Oh my fucking god! Like their name is completely a celebration of violence. Do you know what I mean? It's a complete and total. Like we'll pick this name because it's cool. Look at this fucking idiot there. Look at this guy. All his fucking Christmases have come true at one time. He's just like, talk about being in the moment. He's in the moment. Like,
Say their name isn't a celebration of violence.
Any interview we do, we always say like we're glad that there's peace right now. Like we're not trying to stoke any fires. And like,
we always say that. Like no one's questioning that. No one's even going, oh, they must. No one thinks you're mad.
Same people, do you know what I mean?
And
no,
the
I don't know what you
pioneers
mean.
in
I'm
Irish
sick of
rap gave
everything
me
you just saying.
Stoke any fires and like, we're all the same people, do you know what I mean?
We're all the same people. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of your can't be bothered to really answer your question attitude. I don't think you're cool. I don't think he's cool. And I don't think he's cool. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm cool. I just don't think.
And the pioneers in Irish rap gave me a language lesson before I left.
Támuid an seo ML Farste.
Támuid an seo ML Farste.
Le kneecap and you.
Le kneecap and you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No problem.
What's thank you in Irish?
Garamaigat.
That's not easy.
That was I'm here with Kneecap today in Belfast. Apologies about the pronunciation. Charlotte Gallagher, BBC News.
So there you go, guys. That's my little hate fest on that. So I don't know. Dirty Harry, where'd that one come from?